Today in Casual vs Speedrun we're going to look at Dragon Roost Island and the Forbidden Forest from The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. How would a speedrunner go through these dungeons and how would a casual player do this? Well, it's time to find out.
But to start our quest with the dungeons, we first need to get bombs. But with a few tricks you can make the game assume that you can get them earlier. So let's just take that as it is right now and start with our first dungeon, Dragon Roost Island. Once arrived, we'll need the Tingle Tuner, that device that seemed to be completely nonsense and kinda tried to make the game a multiplayer, with a second player being just as bored as if he was only watching the other player play the game. An important thing on the side, the speedrun completes the Forsaken Forest first. So in the run, we have the DQ leaf already. Now we get damage until a single bomb can kill us. Go into the next room and kill ourselves. However, we can move for a few frames after the knockback and use this to perform a jump slash. The jump slash gets cancelled, resulting in Link falling down again. But since you're falling down, you still have a tiny amount of control and can jump slash again. Now we're doing this over and over, and this makes us gain a little bit of height. And over a longer amount of time, this can be really useful. Once we reach our target, we can buy a potion with the Tingle Tuner to heal ourselves. Here, we use this to skip half of the dungeon already.
We have no bombs, no tuner, so let's solve some puzzles and blow up some rocks.
Now we're outside, but we have no grapple hook yet. So how do we get over there? Especially since we're not supposed to be here anyway. So we need to find a way to get up that way we're usually supposed to go back to. Well, if we have the right wind, we can easily use the DQ leaf to grab the ledges on the other side and make it over. Actually, you can even see the introduction cutscene starting once we made it to the next door.
Well, making it to the grapple hook takes some time. It's a Zelda game after all. So more lava platforms to be done, more small passages, climbing ladders, burning and breaking wood, and some more stuff until we finally make it to the grapple hook. After we got the grapple hook, there's not much left.
So, who needs boss keys? We'll use a trick called storage by falling down a ledge, pulling out the Wind Waker and cancelling it at the right frame, which sets the cutscene number to -1 and lets us cancel out one cutscene while still having its properties on Link. This shrinks our hitbox and messes with Link's physics when used on chests, for example. Now we can just run up the boss door, fall down, check for a crack in the door and jump through it.
Now we will take on Goma, and this fight is pretty easy. You just need to use the grapple hook to let the slab of stone fall on Goma and hitting him when he's down.
In a speedrun, this dungeon is done first, so no grapple hook here. But as you know, we get the bomb back already, and this is gonna come in handy. Because instead of having to do the puzzles with the DQ nuts, we can just use bombs to open the doors.
This temple is one big game of hide and seek. The DQ nuts are hidden and you need to search for them or look for a way to open the doors.
We now need to get up the doors somehow. Storage is gonna help us out here again. The messy physics allow us to skip the puzzles in this room entirely and happily walk our way up to the door where you can then use another bomb to open it. And surprise, that was almost the entire temple already. Thanks to the bombs, we can now access the boss room really early and don't even need the boomerang to open it.
Once Link got the boomerang, the objective of the temple slightly changes. It's not searching for DQ nuts anymore. It's mostly opening doors with the boomerang until we finally make it to the boss room.
Well, we still have storage from before, so that's gonna work as a good substitute for a boss key, right? While the boss fight in Dragon Roost Cavern doesn't change from the speedrun to a casual playthrough, it changes a lot in this dungeon as we still have no boomerang.
Now to defeat the boss. We will throw bombs at him while he's still in his blossom until he dies. No sword or boomerang needed. Now we just fight the boss like we usually do it. Just use the boomerang to cut all the vines down so he will fall to the ground and then you can attack.
Thanks for watching another episode of Casual vs Speedrun, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the differences that glitches can make. Click on the video shown to learn about Majora's Mask and its unused days that still remain in the game. Like what we do? Subscribe and you won't miss any future videos.